Ever imagine being chosen for a journey to Mars? This is no longer just a dream for four exceptional individuals: Abhishek Bhagat, Kamak Ebade, Susan Hilbig, and Ariana Lutzik. These are the names that NASA has chosen for its next simulated Mars mission, set to take place inside the ground-based HERA, Human Exploration Research Analog, facility at the Johnson Space Center in Houston. This quartet of volunteers will embark on a 45-day journey starting on the 26th of January to live and work like astronauts without leaving the confines of the Earth. Their mission will be to simulate the isolation, confinement, and work conditions astronauts will face during future space flights. They will conduct science, operational, and maintenance tasks while facing communication delays with the outside world lasting up to 5 minutes, mimicking the conditions they would face on a real journey to the Red Planet. The purpose of this simulation to study how crew members adapt to these conditions, providing invaluable data for future manned missions to Mars. But it's not just about adaptation. This crew will also participate in 18 human health studies throughout the mission, assessing psychological, physiological, and behavioral responses in an environment millions of miles away from home. This mission marks the first of 4 simulated Mars missions that NASA will carry out using the HERA facility in this year, 2024. Each mission will include a different crew of 4 astronaut-like research volunteers. And this is just the beginning. The final mission is slated to end on the 16th of December, paving the way for the future of human space exploration. So as we take a step closer to the reality of manned Mars missions, we salute these brave volunteers: Abhishek, Kamak, Susan, and Ariana. Their journey to Mars may be simulated, but their contribution to space exploration is very real. A unique journey to Mars right here on Earth begins for these 4 individuals. What if you could experience Mars without leaving Earth? This may sound like science fiction, but NASA's Human Exploration Research Analog, or HERA, facility is making it a reality. Nestled within NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, the HERA facility is a ground-based habitat that simulates the conditions astronauts will encounter on Mars. Imagine living and working like an astronaut for 45 days, cut off from the outside world. This is the duration of the simulated mission that our crew of 4 volunteers will undertake. The confinement and isolation are real, replicating the long journey to the Red Planet. But it's not just about physical isolation. The crew will also experience communication delays with the outside world, which can last up to 5 minutes as they approach Mars. This delay, though it may seem insignificant, adds a layer of realism to the simulation, mirroring the conditions astronauts will face on actual space missions. But what does a day in the HERA facility look like? The crew members will conduct science, operational, and maintenance tasks, much like they would if they were actually on Mars. They'll be participating in 18 human health studies throughout the mission, assessing their psychological, physiological, and behavioral responses to being millions of miles away from their home planet, figuratively speaking. The studies conducted within the HERA facility are not limited to those developed by NASA. 10 of the studies are new to the facility, 7 of which are led by scientists outside the United States. These international collaborations with the United Arab Emirates Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center and the European Space Agency offer a global perspective and insight into the challenges and potential solutions for long-duration space travel. This upcoming mission marks the first of 4 simulated missions to Mars that researchers will carry out in 2024. Each mission will include a different crew of 4 astronaut-like research volunteers, continuously expanding our understanding of the human body's response to space travel. In the confines of HERA, Mars isn't millions of miles away. It's right here in Houston, where brave volunteers are taking humanity's first steps towards understanding what it takes to live on the Red Planet. How does living on Mars affect the human body and mind? This is the burning question that NASA's simulated Mars mission aims to answer through a series of human health studies. The crew will participate in 18 of these studies, each designed to delve into the psychological, physiological, and behavioral responses of humans living in isolation, millions of miles from home. Imagine being confined to a small space with limited communication and only 3 other people for company. How would that affect your sleep patterns, your mood, or your ability to work effectively? These are some of the psychological aspects being studied. Physiological studies, on the other hand, will investigate how the body adapts to this new environment. For instance, how does the body cope with the lack of natural sunlight or change in diet? How does it react to the physical demands of living in a spacecraft-like environment? But this is not just about individual responses. The crew will live and work together, much like they would on a real mission to Mars. So scientists are also interested in their collective behavior, how they cooperate, manage stress, and resolve conflicts. The insights gained could help in designing better training programs and support systems for future astronauts. What makes these studies even more exciting is the international collaboration. 10 of the 18 studies are new to the HERA facility, with 7 led by scientists outside the United States. These include collaborations with the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center in the United Arab Emirates and the European Space Agency. Such partnerships not only bring diverse perspectives, but also foster global cooperation in the pursuit of space exploration. So, as our brave volunteers prepare to step into the HERA facility, they're not just simulating a journey to Mars. They're helping us understand the human capacity to adapt, to endure, and to explore. They're helping us prepare for the day when humans will set foot on the red planet. The answers to these questions could pave the way for future space travel. Scene script: who are these brave volunteers daring to travel to Mars? Let's start with Abhishek Bhagat. Bhagat is a research electrical engineer for the U.S. Army Engineering Research and Development Center's Cold Region Research and Engineering Lab. His academic journey began in India, where he earned his bachelor's degree in engineering. He then moved to the United States, where he completed 2 master's degrees, one in electrical engineering from California State University in Northridge, and another in computer science from the University of North America in Fairfax, Virginia. Currently, he's pursuing a master's degree in space systems from the Florida Institute of Technology. Bhagat's professional journey is equally impressive. He started out as a consultant at Samsung Telecom America, which opened doors to consulting roles with Qualcomm and Sprint. Bhagat then served in the U.S. Army, earning the Army Commendation Medal for his service. Today, Bhagat continues to serve as an Army reservist and works as an electronics engineer for the Federal Aviation Administration. Outside of work, Bhagat is an avid outdoorsman who enjoys hiking, climbing mountains, and riding motorcycles. On to Kamak Ebadi, a robotics technologist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Southern California. Born in Tehran, Iran, Ebadi moved to the United States in 2010 with a dream of joining NASA. He earned his doctorate in robotics from Santa Clara University in California, and his hard work paid off when he was awarded a doctoral fellowship from JPL in 2017. Today, Ebadi is a part of the spaceflight operations team responsible for managing NASA's Perseverance rover on Mars. He also supports NASA's Artemis program and Mars sample return mission, developing orbital maps and navigation algorithms for the guided descent and precision landing of autonomous spacecraft on the Moon and Mars. Both Bhagat and Ebadi bring unique skills and experiences to this groundbreaking mission. Their diverse backgrounds, combined with their shared passion for space exploration, make them integral parts of the simulated journey to Mars. Each crew member brings unique skills and experiences to this groundbreaking mission. What does the future hold for simulated Mars missions? As we venture into the year 2024, the horizon of space exploration is set to expand even further. NASA plans to conduct a series of 4 simulated Mars missions using the HERA facility. Each mission will host a different crew of 4 astronaut-like research volunteers, providing a diverse range of data for scientists to analyze. These missions will not only help us understand the psychological, physiological, and behavioral responses of crew members in isolation, but also aid in perfecting the operational and maintenance tasks crucial for a successful Mars mission. Mark your calendars, as the final mission of this series is slated to end on December 16th. With each passing day, we are stepping closer to turning the dream of Mars exploration into reality. As we inch closer to real Mars missions, these simulations are more important than ever.